We must be candid about what is at stake when constituencies are redrawn based on either current population figures or even the 2011 census. Let's face it, sir, delimitation requires serious discussion. We face a profound demographic divergence. There are at least three major fault lines in our country, sir. First, the balance between small states and big states. Second, the balance between states, particularly in the south like Tamil Nadu or Kerala, which have diligently implemented national goals of population control and invested in inclusive human development, and those states, mainly in the north, who have not. Yet in future delimitations, states that have failed to curb population growth would be rewarded with greater political weight, and we must ask if this is the message we wish to send, that governance excellence leads to political irrelevance. Third factor, sir, the balance between the states that are the engines of our economy, contributing more to the national exchequer than they receive, and those that are net recipients of central funds. A delimitation based purely on population would further marginalize the voices of those states that provide the lion's share of resources that keeps our union afloat. We risk creating a tyranny of the demographic majority, where a handful of large, poor states could theoretically determine the fate of the entire country, leaving smaller states and those with distinct linguistic and cultural identities and economic contributions feeling like bystanders in their own country. Conversely, states with high population growth but lower economic productivity could gain outsized political power without corresponding fiscal responsibility. खेत की फसल काटने के लिए तैयार है दोस्तों. It can and should be implemented immediately based on our existing parliamentary strength. To link it to delimitation is to hold the aspirations of Indian women hostage to one of the most contentious and complex administrative exercises in our nation's history. Sir, delimitation is not a mere bureaucratic rearranging of maps. It is a profound shift in political power that is intended. Linking women's reservation to it effectively holds the aspirations of Indian women hostage to one of the most contentious political exercises in our history. Such an exercise, sir, carries risks that could strain the very fabric of our federalism, as you heard from the previous speaker. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I must say that we all strongly endorse the very impressive presentation by the Speaker before me, sir, because this is a matter that touches the very soul of our democracy, the representation of half of our population in the hallowed halls of our parliament. And for decades, the Women's Reservation Bill has been long promised, frequently discussed, perpetually delayed, like waiting for Godot of our political system. Today, we stand at a threshold where there is remarkably a near unanimous political consensus in favor of women's reservation. Every major party in this House recognizes that the time for tokenism is over and the era of equal partnership must begin. And yet I'm finding myself deeply perturbed by the legislative exercise before us. The Prime Minister says the government has brought Nari Shakti, a gift of justice, but he has wrapped it in barbed wire, tethering the implementation of women's reservation to the expansion of Parliament, to numbers from the 2011 census, and an exercise of delimitation. Why, Mr. Speaker, why must we entangle a moral imperative with a demographic minefield?